Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. This is, in fact, the 100th session. So, it's a nice little anniversary, although don't have anything particularly planned for it. Other than, once again, trying to get all of the characters killed. So, without further ado, introductions again.
Hi, I'm Higgimus. I play... Wow, I messed that all up. Hi, I'm Higgimus, Corporal First Class, and I play a Giff.
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon, who's a human fighter.
Hi, I'm Gman99. Oh, wow, I did that for the first time in a while. I play Yeldan Shockby, a Elven Ranger.
I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin. Oh my god, this is a mess.
Levalithana, an elven wild mage. Not a wild elven mage, no.
Hi, I'm Dakar. I play Lafdul, Moonglade, Church Warden of Nowhere, and Protector of
Nothing.
people getting hypothermia and heat stroke.
But not protector of his own XP total.
Yeah, I was going to say, reader of strange terms and regrets nothing.
To be fair, you have read the two strange tomes that the party has gotten.
Yeah.
There was a third strange tome that we lost.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have added almost dead due to lack of constitution. Rick. I forgot I'm down to 4.
You shouldn't be down to 4, you should just be down 4.
Oh, my
yeah, so
bad.
down to 4, you're like barely walking.
That would be pretty
Never
bad.
mind. I misread what you all sent me the other day when I missed it from the session.
Alright, well, so you guys are, you've just gotten up from another camping session after having been carried a few days further on by a pair of surprisingly friendly dragons. And
they're clearly all dragons.
of course. Lafdul has already cast a bunch of spells, healing spells. Anything else that you want to cast there?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Lafdul?
Strength and stuff?
You have not yet, so we'll get to that in a moment.
I have 2 lightning load spells memorized, because, if I remember, we were trying to drag this cart and make it more portable. Because the wheels are broke now.
Okay, so are you gonna...
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it. I've got 2 castings that should last us until we get to a town or wherever.
How long do they last?
Lightning load, an hour level, so 5 hours, because I'm level 5 now.
Okay. Alright, so you're gonna cast one on the shell and one on the cart?
That's something I didn't think of, actually. Yeah, I guess I'll have to. I honestly didn't think of that.
Okay.
I thought the shell was being dragged by the cart, but no.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
it was,
Yeah.
but the cart's wheels don't quite work anymore.
Once I ask Higgimus, hang on before I cast this, are you able to move this cart or not? Or the shell? I mean, I can make one of them lighter, or I can make both of them lighter, but it'll run out halfway during the trip.
I think the shell is heavier, wasn't it?
It's pretty heavy, but it's been dragged pretty well.
Okay, maybe I'll try.
Shell's easier to drag, I think.
Do a test run. How hard is he struggling with trying to pull either of these?
He would struggle quite a bit to pull either of them.
Okay.
Which one's the immediate heavier one? The shell?
The shell is heavier, but it drags
also
easier.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's shaped better for dragging.
Lema memorized 2 mind spells, so
If
2 months.
if Lafdul's talking out loud, Braxon will say, "Well,
Yeah,
the wheel on the wagon took some damage, so that could give out. So I think it might be worth lightening the wagon and saving the other spell in case you need to lighten the wagon again." So if that wheel goes, I don't think I got enough tools to. I got enough bits to put it back together.
Could the wagon be reconstructed? I suppose. I don't know how else to explain this. So that it could be dragged rather than.
Well, it's barely holding together as it is.
No, I mean,
if
put something under it so it can be slid along the ground, so to speak. You know what I mean?
if it falls apart, I can try and turn it into a sled. But while it holds, I'd rather
Not mess with
keep
it.
on with it. Let's not mess with it. Maybe we can transfer the load a bit to. Would that be possible?
Not really.
Okay.
Can we put everything in the shell? And then I make the shell and everything else inside it lighter. Would that not count as one item then?
Getting
That's extra work,
the stuff into the shell would be pretty difficult.
We rock the shell onto its side. Actually, the shell is on its side because we were all walked out of it.
Yeah, but the more stuff we put in it, the harder it is going to be to get things in. So we can do it, but why don't we carry on as we are until the wagon breaks? Because
I thought the wagon is broken.
The wagon is broken
No.
and it is going to be dragged, but
Before it breaks more.
yeah.
How big is the wagon? Is it bigger than, let me see, 8 times 16 cubic feet?
What, are you going to reduce it and then place it inside?
Why not?
No, that's a good idea. And then I can reduce the weight of the shell and everything inside of it.
It's... Well, are you talking about the reduce spell? Because that only lasts...
Item.
Okay. What is the volume again?
2 cubic feet per level, which would be 16.
Oh, level variation.
Yeah, it is probably too big for that.
Could you make it smaller?
What do you mean? Could I make it smaller?
Well, that's what she's trying to do.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean in the very literal sense. Make it smaller, take stuff off it.
No.
No, because the wagon size would stay the same.
Well, if it's no longer got wheels, the size of it goes down.
Not that significantly.
If I had a level variation upwards, then
Yeah.
would it fit?
No.
I don't think you can plan your spells around a level variation, no, in theory.
Well, she can if we're willing to wait long enough.
Yeah, but she's more likely to get us a gate to some other dimension.
How would you know? And other
All right.
dimensions can be very nice.
Well, let's reduce one of these and,
Reduce.
or not
Okay.
reduce, but lighten
Light
load,
and load.
whatever it is that you.
Alright, I will give it up, the choice up to you. You tell me which one, I will do it. Whatever one you want to be lighter.
The other thing to consider is, do we need all of the stuff now we're on the way back to civilization?
That is the
Probably
thing,
not.
actually.
We could
So-
ditch firewood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can
Yeah.
keep the firewood now in case we want to try and use it for repairs, but if the wagon breaks, we can say, right, we need this, 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 and we don't need the rest. And then we could put stuff in the shell. If, as for loading the shell, if we got small items, if we can boost someone up and get them on the edge of the shell, we can toss stuff up to them and they can drop it down into inside the shell.
Isn't the shell on the side?
It's on its top. It's flipped over on its top.
Yeah, but we'll have to flip it up the other way in order to load it up. You can't load it on its side because you won't be able to straighten it up because everything will be holding it over.
Mm.
I would have thought.
Uh,
Why don't we cross that bridge when we come to it?
No,
let's,
I do like...
Let's do the reduce the weight on the shell, and then we'll just attach it to the cart like we did before, and Higgimus will do his best to drag the whole thing.
Oh,
Don't forget, you will have a mount as well. That can help.
I will...
Let's do that then.
I'm going to defer to Higgimus because he's a captain, but it
gonna
was
say,
kind of like 1-1 on the votes.
When Wouldn't it be better on the wagon? Because
Yeah, I don't know.
the
I'm
shell is already... It won't provide much resistance to being dragged.
Well, we're either right or we're wrong. I don't think we'll say I told you so.
All
if
right,
we're wrong.
just start pulling it for 5 minutes without me casting anything and see where he struggles.
Leva's got 2 mount spells. She hasn't cast them yet.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean,
I assumed...
Higgimus-
Well, if they don't want it, then I don't need to
No,
use it.
no.
Memorize it.
Alright, we do it with the mounts.
So, this thing with the wheel being broken, do we need to have someone like assisting lifting the wagon on one corner or something? How does that work?
No, it's just, I mean, it's going to be dragging.
In half.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Someone overspoke.
It's going to be dragging. Some of the wheels work, and that helps a little bit, but in general, you're just dragging the wagon itself over terrain.
Right.
Would the tarp be strong enough if we fed it underneath and had the 2 mounts actually carry it?
That would be so slow.
No.
Okay.
It's not that big anyway.
All right,
Oh,
let's
so
make
the
this
wheel,
action.
the wheel turns, then it stops, and it just drags, and that same...
The wheel is broken off. I mean, like...
Oh. Alright.
The wheel basically snapped in half, kind of thing.
Okay, let's do this. Leva, let's use your mount spell, and Lafdul, let's lighten the load on. Let's lighten the load on the wagon, and then I will help drag the shell. Okay. Sound
Yeah.
good?
I'm not going to argue.
Camels.
All right.
Leva will try to go for 2 camels.
Okay. You get a draft horse.
Okay. That's 1.
You gonna cast with the other one?
Yes.
The other one? Alright. What do you get at 6th level?
6 is draft horse.
Okay.
4 to 7 is draft horse.
Alright, so you got 2 draft horses.
Okay, sounds good.
And then you're gonna cast strength on someone?
Yes, on Braxon.
Does that only work on NPCs? Can we use it on the horse, just out of curiosity?
Thank you.
Not saying you are going to cast it.
Strength only gives upper body strength, which doesn't really do much for a horse.
Does it literally say that?
Empty pockets.
Pretty much.
So, does Braxon feel more strong or less clothed?
Naked Braxon.
You could fall in love or something else. You know, it's not necessarily the
There's
loss
so
of
many
clothes.
things that could happen.
You're at
That's true.
1810 strength, Braxon.
Thank you.
And deep pockets works just fine.
Yeah, please don't make me fall in love with the horse.
You won't. You'll fall in love with me. Wouldn't that be fun?
Lafdul says I'm profitable.
Notice he didn't say yes.
All right, let's get those horses wrapped up or tied up to the wagon, and Lafdul, could you help do the other part?
Yeah, I cast lighten load on the wagon.
Okay. So with the
yeah, no, carry on. Sorry.
with the 2 draft horses hitched up and the large shell tied behind, you begin to get your journey going again. Was there anything that anyone wanted to do, like as you start or just before you start?
Make sure we did the thing with the water to fill up everybody's water.
Yeah.
So how
Any
close are
questions?
we?
Oh,
Probably like a day or 2.
Oh, it's, I'm down con and some hit points. Did my spell of stomach did my potion of stomach exploding do anything useful for me last night?
Not in that regard, no.
Don't you get hit points back? Or you get full?
I get hit points back, yeah. It's like 4 an hour, but I can't remember if we did that at the end of the last game.
And it's 1 every 4 hours, and yeah, we did.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I remember we cast spells and stuff, so...
All right, so you guys get going again, and having been carried this far ahead, it's almost like a breath of fresh air. I mean, you feel like it almost feels cool compared to some of the places that you've been before last couple days, but it's still very, very warm, like a very, very hot summer day kind of thing.
More bearable, though.
Definitely more
I mean-
bearable. The endure heats are working really
Probably.
well, and the auras of comfort are just fine. I mean, like they
Don't even notice it.
yeah, you don't even notice it.
Until so many hours pass. Oh, these spells don't last nearly as long. Yeah, my auras only last 5 hours now. Oh.
That's true. That's true. They do. After about a half an hour of travel, one of the draft horses collapses.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might happen.
The other one
Is it-
doesn't look like it's particularly strained, unusually so, though.
All right.
The one that collapsed, which one was that?
The first one.
There's
All
no
right.
real telling them apart.
Let's unattach it to the cart. I'll take its spot and then make sure to give the other horse some water and let's go.
As you're unattaching it, Higgimus, give me a wisdom check.
Oh Jesus.
Don't hurt it! Don't hurt it!
Slain. Oh, what's your
Exactly.
wisdom?
That's my wisdom.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Higgimus, it seems to be asleep.
Huh. This thing's
Slap.
asleep.
Give me a saving throw
Slap
versus
him.
spell.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, mama. Do.
I think I passed.
Okay. So yes, the draft horse appears to be asleep, and as you're unhooking it, it doesn't seem like it collapsed from exhaustion.
Uh-oh. There's something going on here. This thing is asleep.
I'm gonna
Like, kinda
immediately
poke the
start
horse a little
looking
bit.
around for an attacker of some sort.
Is that magic?
Yeah.
I Did I feel
Yeah.
anything on me, Old?
No.
Or no? No, nothing. Okay. I don't know, but this thing's asleep. It's not exhausted.
Okay,
Slap him.
everyone on the canvas, check your arcs, see if there's anyone out there trying to cast spells on us.
Yup.
I'll look around.
You guys do not see anything beyond the usual wasteland terrain that's been surrounding you for days.
Wake the horse up.
All right, I'll
Is
try to
there-
wake the horse.
Higgimus, is there anything sticking out the sand that it might have trodden on that's
Of course, it's
set
full
it
of sleep.
I'll
Like,
look down on around the feet.
You don't notice anything strange or unusual.
No.
I'm
Ah,
gonna go
I'll
over
see.
and wake the horse up while he's looking around.
Could I roll healing proficiency on to see whether it's afflicted by a poisonous sleep?
You can. You and Ockar are going over to check on the horse, basically now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would do spellcraft, but I seem to have forgotten that.
All right.
Bear with me. I've
Ockar,
loaded up the wrong sheet.
I need you to make a saving throw versus spell, and you can make the proficiency check there. Lafdul.
What the hell is it?
I fail!
Oh, sorry. That just means you're falling asleep.
All right, Ockar. You head over with Lafdul to try and wake up the horse, and as you do, a sudden lethargy comes over you, washes over you, and you just collapse to the ground and start snoring.
I slap him. I enjoy this.
How far away from the horse are you?
This was basically when he got to the horse.
Okay.
I'll dump some water on both of them. On their face.
Braxon,
Not me, I'm not asleep.
Drag them away. Drag them away.
By both of them, I mean the horse and the Ockar.
Yeah, I would probably start dragging Ockar away.
They
If I'm
still
able to.
continue to sleep.
Oh.
careful, you're standing on something.
Yeah, what are we
So it's
standing
like
on?
an area?
I don't know.
Alright, let's move. I'll move the wagon forward a bit. Out of that range area.
Could you use the rope to...
I'm gonna
Is
check
Ockar-
inside the wagon to see if we picked up a passenger.
Alright, so... Higgimus, as you are starting to pull the wagon, a sandy arm kind of shoots out from underneath the cart and attempts to touch you. This is while Yeldan is climbing into the back to take a look around.
Jerks.
You manage to jump out of the way, Higgimus, of that arm.
Oh my goodness. What's that?
Yeldan, as
my
you are
God.
climbing into the back, you do see a vague humanoid shape, almost seems to be made of sand, and it strikes at you.
Okay, Braxton's pressing button 3 on the stick of many buttons.
Okay,
Yeah,
with a
after throwing
shout,
his weapons.
Yeldan, you basically leap back out of the cart and manage to dodge the attack, but let's go
I'm
into
grabbing my sword. Yeah, it's initiative time.
initiative.
Good luck, guys. Ockar's gonna sleep through this.
Sounds like
There
a
is.
perfect opportunity to rob Ockar.
I think you have the slightly wrong attitude there.
I'm joking, Jesus Christ.
And the wrong person, too.
No, it's the right person.
Well, he's not.
If anyone.
Okay.
I'm going to move some tokens around in just a second, so...
Okay, Braxton's going to start trying to stab the floor.
One longsword. Check. Longsword damage.
Okay, so that's where you guys are basically set up at this point.
Right.
Okay, and you can see these... now the rest of you can see these two humanoid figures because they're... one of them is kind of flowing out from underneath the cart, and the other one is coming out of the back at Yeldan. Alright, anyone...
Has
else?
Yeldan got his back to him?
No.
No.
I came out of the cart, back of the cart.
Yeah, he backpedaled, essentially.
I have to wait till my turn. I've realized something.
Oh, whoops, actually. It still has the tokens on my end from the previous fight you had.
Can you get like a minor description of these so I can read it in my book?
They are vaguely humanoid figures that flow like
sand.
moving sand. All right,
Ooh.
everyone has rolled.
Like a sand elemental?
Hmm?
With
You can
something
describe it
of
however you
that
want.
description.
At that point, you can
The
describe
sand-
it however you want.
I'm guessing the Sandman.
You
because
would
I-
probably not know what that is, Yeldan.
Yeah, I know. Out of character, I was like Sandman because
Yeah, well,
they touch.
keep the out of character information
Oh.
to yourself. All right, well, but speaking of Yeldan, you are moving first, so go ahead.
I can only get one longsword out right now, so swing.
Okay, with a THAC0 of 12, you do hit it. Your sword slices into it for, wow, that's pretty good. You definitely feel resistance striking into this sandy form. Leva, casting Mirror Image.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You get, it's what, +1 per 3 levels?
+1 per 3 levels, yes.
All right, you're 5th level, so only 2. 1d4 +2.
+1.
Should be +2. 1d4 +2. Because
Okay.
you're casting it at a 5th level.
Okay. Oh well, good enough.
All right, Lafdul.
Lafdul says, we elves are quite resistant to sleep. That would explain why Yeldan didn't fall asleep, nor me. And I strike one.
Okay.
Whatever one's closest to me. That
Didn't
one.
hit me, but yeah.
I'm not hitting anything today.
Yep, the creature just seems to flow like sand away from your sword blow. Braxon, your turn.
Okay, Braxon got the spear out because he thought he'd be stabbing the sand, but there's one next to Higgimus. So, can I sort of be like here and still stab him?
No.
All right, how long's the spear then?
I mean, you can make it very long, but you're not
okay.
proficient with
All right,
use.
fair
so.
enough. Yeah, well, he's not proficient with it anyway.
You got to be proficient to use that range.
To fully use all of the benefits, I mean...
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
As you move in, I need you to make a saving throw versus spell.
Yeah, that's what I was warning people about.
Oof.
I think I might be asleep. Hang on, I've got a cough. Excuse me. 13. That's not 13.
Yep, as you move in with the spear, wave of lethargy washes over you, and everything goes dark, and you fall to the ground asleep.
Okay.
It's great when all of our humans are all of our fighters are non-humans, apart from Yeldan, I suppose.
Yeldan is technically a fighter.
Two creatures are going to strike out at you, Higgimus and Yeldan.
Oh, yay, don't pick on the priest.
And Higgimus, you get hit. Give me a saving throw versus spell.
Oh,
It's touch and aura.
Does his spell resistance not kick in?
No, because it's not technically a spell.
Does that not go through?
No, I see it. 16.
Okay. Okay.
All right. The blow itself does not actually hurt. It just feels like you got touched by a spray of sand almost. And Yeldan.
Yeah.
I need a saving throw versus spell from you.
Oh my, did he actually? Wow.
That's only a 10% chance you'll get hit. Oh,
Yeah,
don't tell me this is going to be Lafdul versus Sandmen.
It's Lafdul versus the Sandmen.
Magic spell.
He's like the worst. Well, he's not the worst fighter, Lever is, but he's like the second worst.
No, it's,
Actually, I should have asked if it was mind affected, but it doesn't matter.
No, sleep
we're
is
going to
not
get
mind
eaten
affected.
by Sandmen for issue 100.
All right, Yeldan. The strike of this creature is not very hard. It feels kind of like just as if someone threw sand on you. You feel a little sleepy for a second, but then kind of shake yourself out of it. Higgimus, your turn.
Okay, one of these things kind of pop out. Higgimus's ear tufts, go straight up, and he gets nervous because it popped out of nowhere. So he pulls out his gun, first instinct, and he'll try to shoot it.
Oh,
I
cool,
think
you're melee.
Lafdul
And
should
that
make a
probably does not hit.
morale check every time he shoots in like close proximity.
So a loud bang comes out from your gun, and unfortunately, because you were running more on instinct than anything else, your aim is pretty poor, and the shot just hits the ground to the side of this creature. All right. Do you get a second attack, Yeldan?
I'm 7th level, so it's 2 every 3 rounds.
Okay.
Or 3 every, or whatever. How it works.
Right.
Is it 8 for rangers? Is it?
No, it's not.
It's
Second
basic
edition.
fighter tree levels.
All right. New initiative time.
Ockar still asleep?
Lafdul's gonna draw out his offhand dagger and use a code effect.
Drawing my second sword.
Question?
Mm-hmm.
Confusion, is that quote friendly fire as well?
Yeah.
Unless it says all enemies or it gives you specific targets, it affects everything in the range.
Oh well. Okay.
I'm
It's a
assuming that
fantastic spell.
I'm assuming that Ockar and Braxon don't get a saving throw to wake up.
I will tell you if you do. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just put myself at 99 then.
Yep.
Would sand count as dust? Could
In
it be seen as dust?
what way?
And
For a
the
spell
transmute
component.
dust to water.
You're not sure.
They would
I'll try
probably.
it. I'll try it.
Are you gonna
Okay.
try to turn them into water?
They will probably save, but why not?
Well, she can try it.
Yeah, no.
Hey, the worst that can happen.
I said that wrong. I mean, they'll
I have
probably
to
have a
get it off
saving
first.
throw. But
It's-
yeah, otherwise it'll slay them.
Now I don't know the time it needs.
No, I think it's a fantastic spell. I wasn't trying to put you down from that, if that's what people interpreted.
No, I wasn't. So what is it? Time 6.
I think that was the first you don't know of the day.
It wasn't
Although-
obviously a you don't know yet.
All right. Lafdul, go ahead. You're attacking the one in front of you?
Yep. No, I'm not hitting either.
What's your main hand, Thaco?
Main hand is 15.
All right, that is a miss with both. The creature just seems to flow away from your attacks in an almost liquid manner. All right, the one attacking you, Higgimus, attempts to hit you again. And I need a saving throw versus spell.
Oh.
A heavy hitter is being put to sleep. Being put down.
Okay, once again, this blow from the creature does not feel very powerful.
Oh,
And Yeldan, the thing touches you again, but you don't feel any negative effects. Higgimus, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna bring down the gun. I dropped the gun, and I'm gonna bring down my maul on top
Okay.
of this. Maybe a bigger squish would work.
Yep.
Nope. Maybe
You know,
I am a
you-
little sluggish.
Yeah,
You
you
know-
feel a little lethargic, and it seems to allow the creature to easily flow right away from your
Oh.
heavy blow.
Oh, I'm going to be so disappointed when Leva kills these.
If she does.
When? Hey,
Because
this is
these are
16th level. This is 16th level.
these are spell components, living spell components. My
Oh,
sprite venom. Do I recognize them? Surely.
you're casting from the scroll?
Yes.
Okay, so 16th level, that's 40% failure chance.
Ugh. Yeah, it is 16. Hey. Without luck, nothing happens.
So what did it succeed?
Give me a second.
Succeed at cast?
He's probably reading a description.
10-foot cube per level.
Oh, this is literally like a couple of hundred golds worth of money that's just turned to water. Lapple's going to break down and cry.
It probably didn't work anyway. It's 40% failure.
If he's having to read up the description, it probably did work.
Or it's
The
gonna
real
kill us
question is,
all.
will it work on the creatures?
Who says that sand is dust? I mean, this is try.
It is a pretty high failure chance.
Surely I would recognize these creatures for what they are. Because this is an intricate spell component.
You never said anything about trying to identify what they are.
Well, now I have.
I'm guessing it's a spell component for a certain spell called sleep.
Is
Sprite venom.
Lafdul trying to appraise the grains of sand?
No, Lafdul's going to be like, get in my jar.
So,
I want you.
Leva, you pull out the scroll and read the magic words from the sheet of parchment, and all of a sudden, everyone's canteens feel lighter.
Oh.
It reversed.
Yeldan, your turn.
It turned our water into sand.
Yeah, would it be lighter? It'd be heavier.
No,
It's dust.
sand is lighter than water.
Yeah, the negative effects of failing a spell can be reversed.
And that spell is stricken from the sheet, by the way. The scroll.
Yes,
Okay.
that's done.
I don't know how I feel about this, because on one hand, I'm kind of like, yeah, I get spoken about. Second hand, I'm like, no, water, yay.
Yeldan,
We're gonna die.
you swing both of your blades at the creature in front of you, and both of them cut right through its sandy form. Go ahead and roll damage.
What are these creatures standing on?
They're standing on the ground.
Yeah, but what's the ground made out of?
Mostly
Sand.
rocky. I mean, it's like gritty rock.
It's not sand on sand, then, in other words. I can separate
No, you're not.
them.
You're not in a Sahara-type desert. All right, Yeldan, as your blades cut through the form in front of you, it collapses into a pile of dust and sand, and a lot of it gets picked up immediately by the constant wind blowing.
No!
And Braxon is asleep. Yeldan, you will get your second attack.
So can I move or not?
And yeah, you can. You can move because it's not that far. So second attack with your main weapon.
I think Higgimus always gets a second attack with his greatsword, or am I wrong?
He's
I'm
using
not
them all.
He's not used. Not used.
No.
That is a hit as well. All right, so you then move up and strike the other one that is now currently surrounded by Lafdul, you, and Higgimus. And next round.
Sleep, 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 sleep.
This sounds blowing away, right?
Yeah.
Alright, Lafdul's forgoing combat. He doesn't care if he gets attacked. He's going for his vials and he's starting collecting this like he's just lost a load of money on the floor.
Okay. That's perfectly fine. You're like, you guys got this. I'm going away. I got more important things to do. All right, everyone rolled.
No, but I'm not going to do anything. Too many people around already.
You just help Lafdul says, help me put this in a vial.
All right. Okay, I can help Lafdul. What do we need?
Just grab it in vials.
Grabbing the pile of sand from the deceased sand person.
Do you have any empty vials?
I have 3.
Well, no, I know
vessels.
you do, Lafdul. Does Leva?
I have empty vials, but I have to look where they are.
Okay, well, I mean, you can roll.
That's +3, isn't it?
Yeah. All right.
that represents.
Oh, the
Where-
Braxon's dream.
All right, Lafdul. So you are going to move away.
Yeah, he's going to take an attack of opportunity, but
Yep,
well.
he is.
Small price to pay. If I fall asleep, I'm not going to be happy.
All right. As you're moving away, the creature lashes out at you and brushes against your back, but you don't feel any negative effect. However, you do move out of its area of effect and then back into its area of effect, so you're fine. Dang it.
Sorry, I'm an elf.
That 90% chance is kind of hard to get over.
It is. It is. And
That's
then,
why I was
and then
gonna,
you get a
like,
saving
use-
throw on top of it. So, all right, Yeldan.
2 long swords.
You hit with the first weapon. So you make a feint with the with your offhand, and as it's dodging that, you bring your main hand sword into its body, hitting for 8 points of damage.
Oh, why does this place have to be on radar? I have a source for salmon powder. I'd
And-
probably be able to export it.
The creature is lashing out at you, Higgimus.
Stop it.
Maybe we could tame one.
Saving throw versus spell, please.
Oh my goodness. I wasn't the one hurting it.
He's gonna fall asleep eventually.
Yeah. Where
Just
my
fall
character-
asleep on top
There,
of
there.
it.
Dang it! Stop rolling good.
Roll badly like me and sleep on the ground.
Yeah, fall asleep on the job.
Your turn, Higgimus.
All right, same deal.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, I thought that was a 20.
So my Thaco is 14.
All right, you bring your maul down on its sandy form. Go ahead and roll damage.
What's the maul's damage? 1d12 full.
It's
not that high.
I thought it was high for a maul.
it does
34.
more damage against smaller creatures than it does against bigger creatures, I believe.
You
Nope.
bring the heavy end of your maul down against this form, and it just you feel a slight resistance, but still the maul keeps going through it, and it just smashes to the ground and seems to
Sand goes
disintegrate and start
everywhere.
blowing away.
No, that's like gonna have a heart attack here. He's like desperately crawling up the sand. Like a man possessed. You've never seen Lafdul grab after sand ever.
I'm like,
I'll help
Lafdul-
you.
He's
I'll help.
feverishly going after this.
So, Ockar, the horse, and Braxon are still snoring away.
Lafdul says they'll probably. What's the duration of Bright Venom? That's a good point. I think it's like 1d6 rounds. Probably in 10 minutes they'll wake up.
How much sand do you need for that?
It says a pinch per casting.
Okay. I will let you get 2 vials from each of them.
Woohoo! That's like... I can't remember how much I paid. I know it's a couple hundred.
And I think that will be... did I say how much that was per vial?
I might have it listed on my spell components if I can just find it. I normally do salmon powder 80.
Okay, well, you got 2 vials and...
Yeah, it's 10 per vial. 10 uses.
Okay, so... That's how much you get for that.
Did I get?
Leva, you were just helping.
Okay.
Like, a lot of it gets blown away, but also it seems like there's less sand here than the entire body of it should have been, so something...
Lafdul will say
else
what
is
they
happening.
are. He recognizes them as Sandmen. Saying that it's just part of my unique spell from Erin.
Is there any more around?
Actually, hold on. Leva, I'll say that you're able to get one vial.
Okay.
Man, they're 100 gold.
Jesus, they're 100 gold each? Damn!
Why do you think Lafdul was so feverishly grabbing after it?
I guess he's saving money.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
so-
10 gold a casting of my Sprite Venom.
Lafdul would know that they are they're an elemental creature, so they're not native to the prime material plane. So that would be
Lafdul
one
be-
reason why there's that, any amount of them would be valuable.
Lafdul will mention. No one mentions this to the council. We're not reporting these.
I can report there it's humanoid figures made of sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
If they
you.
want a sample, we didn't get any. The sand blew away.
I
Lafdul's
will.
not handing over 100 gold to them.
I will chuckle at that, but I'm gonna look see if there's any more around.
Okay, keep an eye out, and you don't see anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye. I'm not freaking keeping an eye on more sand than there normally would be on the ground.
You said something about our canteens felt lighter.
Yep.
I checked my
I'm gonna-
canteen.
I'm gonna
open it.
sadly look at my canteens or look in my canteen.
It is empty except for when you tip it over, just a blowing of dust. Not sand, but dust comes out.
I'm like,
Is it my
I frown at that. My ear tufts kind of go down, and I'll look over to Lafdul. Like, I used my spell this morning. Do you still have
Nope.
water
I
spell?
did not memorize that.
Uh,
I got level drained. Well, not level drained. I lost XP, so I couldn't memorize that spell.
I'll check like Ockar's water and Braxon's water.
They
It's
are
in an area
all
we've
empty.
all. Oh, does that affect potions?
Nope, your potions are fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. So we don't have any water.
ooh, yep.
Yeah. This is gonna be rough.
We're gonna die.
No, we won't die straight away. Jesus Christ. We can make it a priority to try and find something. But
Well,
Normally don't die of dehydration for at least a week.
yeah, but I need. Well,
Yes.
Higgimus has got a ring, so
I got
At least-
24 hours.
At least Braxon and Ockar can die in their sleep peacefully.
Yeah, that's true.
So what are we gonna do about them?
They'll wake up after a little while. Although, yeah,
I wonder if we slaughtered the horse, could we drain the blood out of it and then use purified water on it? Oh,
no, because they would anything that gets summoned gets disappeared. It
Also,
vanishes.
blood isn't water.
Yeah,
It's more of
in D&D, I would say that wouldn't work. Even though technically our body is 90% water.
I'm trying to come up with solutions, not problems.
So throughout all of this, your black-armored friend just stood by and did nothing.
yeah.
That's not really
as usual.
fair.
Somehow you were. Like they could put him to sleep anyways.
Oh man.
I wonder, would they kill us by stuffing themselves in our mouths when we were asleep?
would I know the dangers of them? Would I assume I would know something about them.
Give me a...
Religion check?
No, because it would not be religion. Give me an intelligence check.
Ah, gee.
It'd be based off of spellcraft.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
that I
no,
no longer
actually,
have.
this is not really...
Oh. Intrinsically,
Okay,
I know.
so, yeah, you, at some point you, read some material on them, a pretty good scholarly work, and, you know that, they are most commonly encountered as slaving expeditions for the Earth Genies, the Tao, and their general goal is to, put people to sleep, and then the Tao come and capture them as slaves. However, when not bound in such a way, they will usually put people to sleep and try to put them into dangerous positions because they really don't kill, to your knowledge. But they will get people killed.
Yeah, they'll just keep us permanently asleep until we die of dehydration, I would basically say.
Oof. Lovely things. Ald, question.
Yes.
So, in the past when I've used my wall of ice, does it just vanish, or can it be in the situations where we come across, can it be melted?
Chipped off.
Not really, because it has a duration, and at the duration it does disappear. It can be melted, but again, at the duration, at the expiration, it disappears.
Okay, so that wouldn't work as a water source. Okay.
We're just gonna have to live with the rest of the day without water.
I mean, I could gate us to an elemental plane of water, maybe.
I look at him. That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah,
Lafdul, do you think you can wake these people up at all?
They'll... I can try, but I'm pretty sure they'll just wake up eventually. For like 10 minutes.
Alright.
Just sit underneath the tarp for 10 minutes, I guess.
I'm just going based off my sprite venom duration.
You drag Braxon underneath the tarp.
Yep.
And just gonna wait until they wake up?
Yep. Occasionally try shaking them awake.
If they don't awake after 10 minutes, I say we put them on the wagon, we move, because we can't afford to wait.
One of the
horses are asleep.
one of the horses is asleep too.
Can we search the area for potential water? I ask Yeldan.
There's not gonna be water here.
There's
I
not
know,
gonna
but
be water here. And I'm not.
You never know.
Is there any plant
this was
life whatsoever?
If there was a forest, I could do so. I could probably find a source of water. This is the forest.
All right, Well, let's see how you feel after a couple of days of not trying to find water.
There might be a cactus.
You've not seen any cactuses.
Any plant life.
And there
that's what I
is
mean. It's
some plant life, but it's really small, scraggly type things.
Can I roll herbalism on it, just out of curiosity?
Go ahead.
Hang on, where's my roll?
I think there were actual more plants close in the area that we're supposed to call for.
No, I'm just killing time. We're waiting like 10 minutes for them to wake up.
You recognize the plants as similar to things that don't really have any herbal value, and they're very low water type plants.
Not like a
so
cactus
they're generally
stores
able
up
to
water.
Well, and they're also generally able to collect the water out of the moisture in the air.
Hang on, I'm just checking my spell sprite venom.
Alright.
Because I think it might be in turns, actually.
We're not gonna... If we don't have any way of getting you water, we're not gonna move until... Because we'll keep starting and stuff.
Yeah, they fall into a deep sleep for 1d6 turns. Turns are 10s a minute, so we could be here for like an hour.
All right, here's what we can do then. We're just gonna camp here, I guess, for a rest period.
Well,
What,
keep
not
in
use
mind
as
that
much?
you've only been
Yeah.
traveling for like
Half an hour.
45 minutes,
We can
hour
set up
maybe.
Any
camp for
water,
an hour
though.
and take a short rest. So
Well,
that's
Oh
not
no, there's an argument to be made for us wasting a day, so to speak, so we don't exert.
Yeah, because we'll be exerting ourselves.
Well, if you can't move the horse, you're either gonna have to work with one horse, or you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
So waiting is not a bad strategy.
I'm just going to look.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait
Right.
regardless. So let's wait until everybody wakes up. I can just kind of keep the tarp over everybody.
So are you going to try to wake them up at it, or are you literally
Yeah,
just
I
waiting?
will
I mean,
try
like
to-
if we can wake them up, we want to wake them up.
I'm going to slap Ockar a bit.
Just
Not
to slap him, not to actually wake him up.
enough to wake him up.
Shake him.
Oi. Yeah,
Shake them. You know.
They do not wake up.
Yeah. All right. So
Would
in
I
that case, we're just gonna have to
know-
wait.
They fall into a deep sleep. Fully on
wait,
spellcraft, Leva, do you have to spell magic? I do not, actually.
I do, but do I have it memorized?
Yeah, well, I assume you'd know if you had it memorized. So.
Well, if she's
No,
only
I
got,
don't.
if she only had one dispel magic, you'd have to tie me and Ockar to the horse.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she could dispel
could
magic on the horse and then put you two in the
Mm-hmm.
wagon.
Better if it was a camel.
All right, so how
Yeah.
long do you want to wait? I mean, like, are you?
It's
trying
going to be like
anything?
an hour.
So
I
we're
could,
gonna-
I could shrink it.
Let's
we-
wait the time it takes for them to wake up.
Yeah.
Like
Not
an
like
hour,
that
hour and a half.
Yeah, it takes
We'll
like an
put
hour.
we'll set the tarp up so at least we'll be underneath shade. And we'll just wait. Try to conserve what energy we have, not to get all hot and bother. Well, not exert ourselves.
So yeah,
Try
we
not to
wait
breathe
like
out
an
through our
hour.
mouths. Doing all that sort of stuff.
What level's Watery Fist? Second. Let's see what this was.
Elves
Oh,
might
from
want to-
Citadel. What the? Sorry.
Elves might want to get underneath the tarp.
Yeah.
Lafdul.
Yes.
So
Tarp.
you
Oh.
took it.
Sorry.
Okay, after about 30 minutes, Ockar, you wake up with kind of a start. You feel pretty well rested though.
What's going on? Huh?
Welcome to the world of the living.
These sand creatures put you to sleep. We're waiting
Yeah.
for everybody to get up.
God damn it.
10 minutes later, the horse appears to wake up and snort and get back up to its feet. It
Lafdul says.
seems very confused.
This is
Braxon's
what
gonna
my
wake up.
spell does.
Braxon's going to wake up at the end of the game.
After an hour, Braxon wakes up.
He literally rolled the longest for Braxon.
Did I?
Maybe.
Ah. It's probably more potent than the spell.
All
that I
right,
use.
Braxton, you're put to sleep by the sand monster things that we fought.
Oh, yeah.
We found out that our water was turned to dust somehow.
And Braxton looks in his canteens.
Yep,
look at
it's
mine.
basically empty.
Wow. So those things turned our water into dust.
I guess so.
Wow.
I
Lafdul,
wonder if Leva's letting us think that.
Lafdul looks over to Leva, but he does nothing. He just glares at her.
Do we actually know that this was the...
Leva,
spell?
you know. Yes, you do.
Lafdul's got a
well,
pretty good idea.
We,
I'll tell the
as in the
others.
party, that's up to you to decide.
Well, it wasn't the Sandman that turned your water to dust. It was the spell backfiring.
Great. So
Now,
your
This is spell
magic did
squirrel.
this.
I'm sorry, what?
So your magic did this.
Yes. Well, the scroll did.
Oh.
Well,
So wait, we got a cursed scroll.
No, that's just how
It-
spells work if you fail to read them properly.
Yeah, it did the contrary
Oh.
to what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to turn the sand things to water, and it turned our water to sand.
We got some
Dust.
scrolls that are
Oh,
really
well.
powerful, but they're somewhat beyond our abilities.
Leave-
Nah, they're not. Come on.
Maybe not for you, but I'm feeling a little bit less powerful lately.
I guess
So-
it makes.
Oh yes, you do. Yeah. Mhm.
we can try to continue on, but we don't have any water for it until tomorrow.
We'll all get ill, won't we?
So
I
if we
think
move on,
considering-
we'll...
one day without water shouldn't be too bad.
I vote that we should continue on.
okay, if we do that, it's going to exert us. But
What if we move half the distance that we normally move?
Take
Don't
it
forget-
more than normal. Probably a good idea.
So we can move some sort of distance.
I mean, we're
If
like
I've been asleep, we probably lost some time anyway.
we're like a day away from where we use that signal to get at to where we need to use that signal, right?
Mhm.
dare to.
Well, I say that we should just keep moving.
All right, we can try that.
And we'll eventually get to the point where we could use the signal, and then we can get the hell out of here.
All right. Well, we might get heat struck, but all right, let's go.
Hang on, let me get my magic mug and see if it will do anything.
Do what?
I don't know. Braxon's gonna scrunch his eyes closed and
Oh, hang on,
Say-
old.
Hold on, let him finish.
Yeah, sorry.
Braxton scrunches his eyes shut and says, "Magic mug, give me a mug of cold water, please." And then he slowly opens one eye and looks in the mug.
The mug seems to have ignored you.
You could try praying to Ptah.
Yeah.
Laughter wants to know. Well, that's a question to the GM. Because my water is stored in an extra-dimensional space, that still got affected.
Oh, you were keeping it in your pouches?
Yeah, because they're too heavy to carry.
Oh no, your water's fine then.
Oh. All right, that's good.
Just laugh to
La-
say.
Yeah, no,
Laughter's
I
good.
will.
If we
I
see
will
Lafdul
share.
drinking water, we'll tell him to share.
Lafdul will sell us water.
I'm not that mean. No, because that's cruel.
That's chaotic
that's
evil.
Really, that's really cruel. No, I
No,
will.
that's lawful evil.
Let me, because this. All right, I've got 1 gallon water skin, which is £8. I've got a 3 gallon water skin, which is £25, and 2 half-gallon canteens.
So you've got 5 gallons.
Yeah.
Okay, so just splitting that up between everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Less
All
than
right.
a gallon each.
It is definitely.
It's better than nothing, though.
You guys definitely do feel thirsty, and you're going to continue on with this as a group, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do try to conserve your water usage, but you do find yourselves, drinking that, a lot sooner than you hoped and planned. But it does help you a bit. Go ahead and everyone give me a Constitution check, please.
Well,
Yeah,
we
we
would have had it straight away otherwise, so.
I pass.
Oh, Braxon. Braxon's got the thing of vitality, so he doesn't even need water.
point. Good
So
point,
we've
Braxon.
got
You're not thirsty.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
everyone gets a little bit more water than
Yeah.
Still, it's
Braxton
not
doesn't get
enough.
any water.
No, it means we've got a gallon rather than less than a gallon.
What, lower? Oh, that's my con exactly right
Yeah,
now.
you want to get below. Did anyone
I
fail?
match.
I
Lafdul.
failed.
All right, Lafdul. You feel
I shared too much water.
the strain of this, and you lose 2 points of Constitution, and give me another Constitution check.
Oh, it's the first time I've actually failed my con checks.
So is this?
That one's a pass.
Is that after you reduced your con?
Oh, wait, no. No, that's a failure then, because I'm at 12.
Okay. After a few hours, Braxton, you'll get another hit point back. Lafdul collapses to the ground. He is he collapses from exhaustion.
Oof.
Put him in the cart.
I'm gonna put Lafdul on the cart.
Lafdul's carted away. That sounds more amusing than it should be.
Is there any
I'm
more
reminded of
water?
that Monty Python thing from Holy Grail where it's the whole bring out your dad.
Is there any more water left that I have? Of my share.
Probably not at this point. This would have
Not
been
at this
after you
point.
guys all finished up drinking your water.
All right.
We each had a gallon because Braxton doesn't need the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even so. All right, so with his collapse, you put him into the cart, and this is when the auras of comfort expire for
Lovely. Can't even do nothing about it.
Leva and Lafdul. Lafdul, you are basically incapacitated at this point,
Yeah.
but you do have the shade of the covered wagon, so that helps. And do you want to? You guys want to keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we see the mountains yet? Or is there mountains on this side? I forget.
There aren't mountains on this side. No. The mountains that you would see are the same ones that you crossed to get that separate the ribbon from the dark side.
Did we
I
see the mountain
Yeah,
when we left?
we just had a spot we were supposed to go back to.
No, we had to get a certain distance from the ribbon and not go too close.
Yeah.
Otherwise we would be smugglers.
Would Higgimus be able to tell from the angle of the sun, seeing as he's a navigator? If you made a check.
He doesn't have a sextant. I asked last week.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember Higgimus stating that, he was trying to get a feel for his surroundings so you could remember the place of where we're meant to be. You did explicitly state that. I remember that.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to specifically determine that.
Oh,
with
yeah. I'm
precision without instruments.
I was going on how much plant life is in the immediate area. Because there was more plant life in the area where we were supposed to be picked up than there has been the entire journey.
There's more plant life here than there was a few days ago. I mean,
I'm gonna think maybe we should stop here and see if we should try the signal.
No?
How many days did it take us to get to that rock spire?
2 or 3.
2? I would say it was 2. It wasn't very long.
Yeah.
I say at the end of our next day's journey, we can shoot off the thing.
I just don't want to be too close, because we would.
How many shots of the stuff did we have?
1.
1. There you go.
Nice.
All right.
So around this time, the horses start struggling to pull the cart, and it appears that Lafdul's spell to lighten it has expired.
Okay, we need to stop then, because it's
Yeah.
going to be too much of an exertion without water.
Okay.
So try to make camp best we can. Once we get situated, I'm going to use the wall of ice thing
Okay.
to kind of get a little bit of reprieve.
Hmm.
Okay. So you do so. Lafdul is in no position to cast any spells before resting.
Can I use the scroll if I wake up?
No, I mean you're not asleep. You're just
Alright.
you're exhausted. You're
Mhm.
I mean you're suffering from heat exhaustion.
No, I would use Endure Heat scroll on myself.
No, you can't.
Alright. Fair enough.
Oh boy.
Leva, is there anything that you want to do?
No, not really.
Okay. All right, so you settle down to get some rest.
Lafdul's still gonna pray, even though he's like crippled.
Yeah, you can do that, and you can, depending on
Try
how
for a good
you,
night's sleep.
yeah, depending on how you sleep, you would be able to get spells the next morning.
Do we have any spare water left?
Nope.
No, at this point, no.
Nope.
Okay.
I already asked that before.
So Higgimus sets up the wall of ice, and you settle in for a rest. Give me saving throws versus poison, everyone.
Rest is poison. Oh, would my saving throws go down with lower? Oh, let's
Push
just see
your
what I
level
roll.
lower.
No, with my
I
con being lower.
succeed critically.
What is your constitution at, Lafdul?
It's 12.
I mean, it unless you were getting a bonus before, you would lose that bonus. But your constitution has to go really low to start getting
Oof.
constitution.
I rolled a
benefits.
20.
Yeah, I don't
failed.
know. I need to check my score at some point.
I
Because
failed.
quite literally, I've got 9, but my modifier got +1, but I don't know if I've added that modifier or not.
Well, we can talk about it after the game then. How's that?
But that's on the score, yeah. Otherwise.
Okay, so everyone who failed does not sleep well.
Does this have to be above or below?
Above.
Above.
Oh, do
What if you get it on the mark?
On the mark
You
is good.
pass.
On is a save.
Yay!
You have to
No
get on or
man's
above.
tomorrow. No man's tomorrow.
So you did not sleep well, Leva?
No.
Okay.
Higgimus, did you sleep well?
Nightmares and everything. Those sand things, they really look terrible.
No, it's not the it's not nightmares. It's just the heat. You
It's uncomfortable.
yeah, you don't really
Yeah, that
sleep. It's
too.
more like you just doze for 8 hours and tossing and turning and unable to get comfortable and stuff like that. So you wake up exhausted.
So it's
I
like
had
the
the
fear
best
of...
sleep of my life.
Yeah, Lafdul's able to sleep.
Okay, those who so let's see. Leva did not sleep well. Braxon, did you sleep well?
Yep.
Okay. Your constitution returns to normal.
Yay!
That's mine? I was down by 2.
You gain 1 back.
Oh, I'm 11. 13.
Yeldan, did you sleep well?
Nope.
Okay.
So I have got my spells, so I'm going to start changing them.
Okay. But Leva does not.
Mm.
So no mounts.
Mhm.
No, but I can change my spells sort of
No
accordingly.
strength.
Ockar's
So-
good. Ockar's really good.
Actually, how injured's the party? Not terribly.
So if Braxton's con goes up, does he jump up in hit points by the right amount?
Yeah. So if you gain 7 hit points
7.
because your hit points go up, then you gain 7 more to your score.
Oh, it's a shame none of us had our temporary healing potions, because obviously everyone's used them. I would have liked to have known if they'd disappeared. Or if they would have been counted as water sources as well, because they're a magical potion.
They count as potions. Braxon, you also gain
Sad face.
3 hit points.
Yeah.
And anyone else who is down on hit points who slept well gains a hit point.
I think
Wow.
I'm at full.
Braxton feels relatively healthy now.
Brr.
Okay.
I'm just looking at my spells.
So, what do you guys want to do
Oops.
when you?
I
wake up?
got
Get
my
water.
crate. Let me do mine because you
Okay,
can
I'll
do
let you do
yours at any time, whereas I may not be able to. So I will use crate food and water to make water.
Okay. Make sure everyone marks off another ration as well.
Oh yeah, how many rations did
Apart
we
from
use?
Braxton.
I
apart from that.
sent you that information, Yeldan, last week.
I don't think you sent me rations. I'll double check.
I'm.
Yeah, double check then.
Hang on. I've got 6 now, I think.
Yeah, that's why I have 6.
3 rations. Yeah, I just.
Well, I'm still not hungry, so if anyone runs out, I've got spare.
I'm coming down to 4 because we rested once before, and that was when we were at 6, and 5 got down to 5.
I'm down to 12.
Yeah, I think I should be down another one.
Yeah,
Braxton's-
with this time resting, we should be down at 4.
Braxton's going to have a look over this magical mug of his
Hmm.
to see if he can find a button or anything on it.
You do not see any pressable or movable things on the mug.
We should be one above Higgimus because we ate meat and he didn't at one point.
Well, I had more rations than you guys do.
Yeah,
I had
same
21.
Yep, same.
Oh, you have more than 21?
here. I had like
Wow.
30 rations.
It shouldn't matter, hopefully. I've put myself down to 5. I mean, the likelihood that I go through 5 in the next day.
Man, you just feel really hungry tomorrow.
Don't get any ideas.
Make sure Lafdul goes through all of his rations. Okay. All right. So, you are. How are you going to try and handle the cart and the shell?
I can cast 2 lightning loads on both of them, and we can travel half the journey at the very least. We've already travelled half the journey, so another half a day.
Alright, I can try to drag the cart and such.
Okay.
I
And then-
will.
Once we get to that half-day mark, we'll unleash the thing.
Yeah.
There's some other spells I need to cast before, so to speak. Cast my Jare Hates on people. Does it
Usual
work on
people. Let's
Higgimus?
see if it works on Higgimus. Yep.
Yay! Alright, and Jare Hates to cast. Or as a comfort on Mean Lever. I asked Lever if she wants me to. If I want to cast it on her now or when she wants to rest.
Leva?
You cast it when you think it's right.
I'm casting him now because.
Okay.
Okay.
Cast him now.
All right. So Higgimus, you're going to be pulling the cart.
Oh,
Yep.
wait, hang on, I've still got more spells.
Okay.
I'm casting. You go on when I'm rolling it up.
Yeah. No. I mean,
2D.
I was going to just get you guys undergoing then.
If the Ockar and Braxon and Yeldan and Lafdul can do the 4 corners of the tarp, please.
Yep.
Yeah. I prefer to be at the back row. I will cast a temporary healing potion. Offer that one to Yeldan because he's most injured. I assume he's going to use it. I don't know, but yeah. 7 days. Well, I just accidentally rolled for the hit points.
All right. There you go. 7 hit points, Yeldan.
Okay, I wasn't gonna drink it.
Wait. Did that actually roll right?
Yeah.
Because what do you
2d4 plus
see?
2.
Why does it
2d4
say
plus
1d?
2.
Why does it say 1d8 to me? Oh, I'm scrolled up. Sorry.
I was gonna say, maybe you're dyslexic.
I don't think that dyslexia would lead a 2d4 plus 2 to appear as 1d8. Okay, any other spells that you're casting, Lafdul?
Cure Light Wounds on Higgimus, if it works.
All right.
Yep. 1.
Better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
could let
and
Higgimus
loves-
re-roll
Let
it.
let me show you how it's done. I'm gonna place my hand on Higgimus' shoulder and heal
Oh.
him up by 14.
Oh,
You want to do all the healing now, do you?
I'm joking. It's a joke.
Is it, though?
Yeah. No,
Thank you,
Lafdul-
Ockar.
that means I don't have to do
it.
any healing now. Ockar's offered to do all the healing.
I can only do 1 healing per day. It's a lot.
Really, do you
I can do
ever
it in
need
big
more
bursts.
than that, though? I think Lafdul's entirely correct here that he should focus on other spells entirely.
And then we all die.
Lafdul almost died.
Well,
Okay.
if I die,
On the way back of all things.
Any other spells that you want to cast?
No, I've only got Hold Poison left.
When do you
Pretty
have that
much.
prepared?
Sounds like a good spell.
Because in case
Because
someone just gets
scorpions and
poisoned.
such.
Leva, could you walk underneath the tarp?
Hmm.
did
Like,
Lever
you
do
move your
strength on
token?
anyone today?
No, she didn't get
Never.
spells.
No.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right, so we'll
need
shove
strength
off
anyway.
until
Okay.
this thing gets too heavy for me to move.
All right, so give me a Ben Bar's lift gates, Higgimus.
Okay, one sec.
Bend those bars.
I've used 4 of my
Lift
feathers.
those gates.
That's a percentage, right?
Yeah.
Ugh. I do not pass.
What do you need to pass?
60%.
Oh.
All right.
Even with the
What did you need?
reduction?
Huh?
What did you need?
60.
Okay. The good news is that I was giving you a 20% boost to that because of the lightness of it. So,
Oh, okay. But it's hard.
It is hard, yeah. It takes some effort and strain to get going. Once it's going, it's better. It's just like that initial tug that you needed to get going.
Higgimus is going to practice his sailor speech.
In Giff or in
Sea
common?
shanties.
Giff.
Okay. No one else.
He's delusional.
No one
He's
else
delusional.
understands that.
Okay,
Giff
he's
is
talking
Giff
in
is
tongues.
very has most of the words have relatively few syllables, and there's a lot of hard consonants in it.
Like an
Doesn't
example.
doesn't flow off the tongue like Elven.
It flows off his tongue just fine.
Yeah.
Well, Higgimus is speaking in tongues now. We're doomed.
All right, so
What would
you
that
guys
sound like?
get going. I'm sorry.
What would that sound like?
There's a lot of consonant clusters. We'll put it that way.
Why do I imagine him speaking in a Scottish accent now?
Don't know.
No, I don't know. That's not right.
Okay, so you guys
Those are my
get going, traveling for a few hours. It feels great to have water again. So you guys generally are drinking probably more than you would have otherwise, just to, like, oh, finally got water, glug glug kind of thing. And everyone give me a Constitution check.
Oh,
Come on, past 13. Oh yeah, that water's helped. Lafdul's
Oh, yeah,
thanking everyone today.
Woo.
Wow, that
Actually,
water did help.
This is divine water.
Yeah.
No, except for
Only
that.
one failed.
Lever's not converted to religion yet.
Yeah, Leva is
Definitely
Leva's not doing well. She loses another point of Constitution, but she's not quite at a point where she's collapsing. But yeah, in general, you guys are doing a lot better. It's nice that the temperature has come down substantially since just a few days ago. It's now only maybe 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh. That's not terrible.
It's not the worst.
Pretty bad,
when
though.
you endure it day after day after day.
I grew up in that.
It's
way.
horrible.
So after a number of hours, Higgimus, you're pulling. It's tiring, but all of a sudden, you're pulling, and then you just kind of like jerk to a stop as what you're pulling instantly weighs twice as much.
Oh, and I'll let out a couple like Giff curses and say,
Lafdul,
oh, that's it.
Lafdul makes notes of these curses.
You don't know that they're curses.
No, but I can tell by his expression and angriness. The way he's saying them, they must be curses.
So that was
Can I get a wisdom check on that?
That was about 5 hours, so Braxon, you get another hit point.
Hey!
So, are we in the spot where we can use that signal now?
I think so. Probably close enough.
I have a look at how much plant life is in the area.
Slightly more than there was before.
This is probably good.
Can
I can
tell if there's an equal amount of plant life from when we started?
No.
Can I fly up, use my outer self to see if I can get a rough idea?
I mean, you can try.
Yeah, I'll try and maybe make a wisdom check.
Okay. No, it wouldn't be wisdom.
Oh, well, I don't know what it is.
Nice try for an easy check.
No, it's not so much a check. I actually
It's
thought
intelligence.
it was wisdom.
You do fly up, and you can see the ribbon ahead.
It's within sight.
But it's like at the very edge of your sight and everything like that. The nature of the area around you is still, rocky, sandy wasteland with a few scraggly plants here and there.
Can we, as I come back down, is there no way we can force us a bit further? I mean, if we all try and help him pull.
Higgimus will give you a stern look.
I mean, with the weight of these things and everyone working, maybe, but at the same time,
even like a core circle, say.
Right, but the thing is, like, is that really substantially different from where you are right now?
Yeah, at this point.
I mean, I know. I'll just relay what I saw.
Well, if
I
it's
think
inside,
we're
we should be close enough.
I think we're close enough. Let's do it.
Okay. It's just if we're not close enough, then we don't get another go.
Well, I've got spells.
Yeah, but at the same time, let me put it this way: I'm almost certainly not going to give you a clear-cut yes/no response to this. To the question of are we close enough?
Do it.
Or unless I used my augury, then I'd have a better idea. But I don't have that memorized.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna pull out the thing.
Okay.
That we're given, and I'm going to do what was necessary to say.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's a crystal globe. There seems to be maybe about golf ball size. Swirling within is kind of what almost seems like a dark cloud.
Yeah.
And according to the instructions, you were to smash it on the ground.
I do so.
Okay. Doing that, initially there's a thin tendril of black smoke that stretches up into the sky, which is weird because there's a wind, and it doesn't seem to be affected by the wind.
Oh, that must be the signal. They see the smoke and come over.
Over the next 5-10 minutes or so, the thin wisp of smoke kind of thickens and widens to about a good foot in width and is pitch black and stretches up extremely high in the sky.
I could also get our continual dark stones out. We'd also stick out like a sore thumb.
It's all right. While we wait, I'm going to
Hey, Lava,
Make-
can you look
Hold
at
on,
this?
hold on. What are you doing while you're waiting?
I'm going to make a wall of ice, not like a complete dome, but like a kind of like a half dome type of thing,
Okay.
so that we can rest in some relatively cool.
All right.
The wall side facing what would be the sun,
All right.
and sit back and relax and drink some water.
As I look at Lava, can you memorize what that looks like so you could use an illusion to reproduce it if you have to?
Braxon's going to try to get sleep just in case this doesn't work and we have to push on another day.
Yeah. Leva was just asked a question. You, prevented her from directly answering it.
Sorry.
It's okay. Leva.
Lever doesn't even know whether she could do something like that. Isn't it too high up?
Might be.
I try to memorize it, especially the top parts.
You could do a spellcraft check if you want.
Yes. Spellcraft.
Didn't do that right.
Wait, what?
What the?
You put an extra 1 in there.
Yeah, but it rolled twice. I only sent it once.
I only see it once. Oh, the 17 was earlier.
Oh, okay.
Try it again.
There we go.
And what do you need?
I need
-2, isn't it?
18 minus 2, yes, 16.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure that the height of this is well outside of the area of effect of any of your current illusions.
Okay.
But maybe in the future you'll get an illusion big enough.
Yeah, well, how much in the future are we talking here? Like in 10 minutes?
Not like
Certainly
5
not,
years.
because about 2.5 hours pass, and you notice that the smoke is thinning out a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Oh no.
Oh well.
However,
Surely all-
on the horizon, you see a dragonfly vessel coming towards you, coming from the direction of the ribbon.
Shoot it!
We're not shooting the vessel. We needed to get out of here.
All right, get everything ready up, people.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Everything ready to
myself
go.
together.
Yeah, we can also change back into. Well, are we changing back our equipment? Because
It's,
We
Not
can
yet,
have-
it's
not
still
until we
really
get
warm.
on the ship.
All
It's
right.
way too hot.
After about 10 minutes, the dragonfly sets down near you, and some crew members leave, as well as the captain. He looks somewhat confused at the nature of your party and the signal, and he comes over and says, in general to the whole group, that is one of our signals, but I don't recognize you as a member of the Planetary Defense Force.
We were sent
Yeah.
out here by. We were allowed out. Okay, so we made a. I'm gonna let Higgimus explain this.
We're the venturing group that came out here to explore some ruins. We were given permission from, was it the council? Was what they're called? What were they called, Old?
a professor and a
you
couple
can-
of magisters, I think.
You go with what you remember.
Yeah, the council. By the ruling council. They gave us permission to come out here, and they gave us one of the signals saying, use this once we got within about this distance. Once
Yeah,
we
they
got done
said
with
if
our
we
pull
went
out here.
any closer, we'd be.
Braxon could
Shot.
help if he was awake.
If we went any further, we might have gotten shot.
Well,
Yeah, they did warn us.
I'll be darned. I did hear about you folks. Didn't expect you to make it. In fact,
made
I've
it on the
completely
south
forgotten
side.
it.
That's what they said to us on the dark side.
Oh, all right. Well, we can start loading you up and take you back to Reuben.
Thanks, buddy.
What's that large metallic thing you got with you?
Oh, that's a shell
That-
from a bug thing. The what would you call them?
Is he referring
Scholars
to the
would-
shell or the thing on the cart?
He's talking about the shell.
Oh, yeah.
That's a large bug shell thing. The scholars would want that.
Yeah, we got told to bring back proof.
All right. Oh, he signals to some more crew and he says, "Oh, well, we'll get it lashed up. It's gonna make flying quite interesting, but we'll see what we can do." All right. We'll start loading your stuff up and take you back to Reuben.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
I'm
Alright.
gonna help with the loading as best I can.
All right. It takes about an hour to get all of your stuff stowed away in the cargo hold of the Dragonfly, and there's
Does
initially
anyone wake up Braxon?
No,
Yeah.
just stay
At some
asleep.
point in time in there, we'll wake you up.
they
We'll
just
wake
they
you
just
up
carry
or
you
we'll
back
toss
on,
you into the
dump you
wagon.
dump you into a corner.
Yeah, he's a lost cause.
There's initially some discussion between the captain and the crew on how best to lash the shell on, and
Do you think I could give them some tips and tricks or what we've done before with other large shell-like objects on ships before?
I do remember that killing some crew members. Yeah, you can join in and offer your advice.
Yep.
But yeah, the dragon turtle shell, that was a thing.
Dragon turtle shell. There's that other thing we took back as well. What was that?
Company of the broken miscellaneous objects that we tethered back on the ship.
Yeah.
It's an
There's a
amazing
bunch of
title.
things.
Fine.
The Company of the Broken Shell.
They ultimately decide to flip the shell right side up and hook it to the legs so that the dragonfly legs are kind of splayed around the shell, tied off that way. And with that, they everything is good, and they take off, carrying you guys back to Reuben.
Lafdul's gonna finish reading his book. I've probably been reading it throughout the journey.
Which book?
The pun, interesting short story thing.
Oh, okay. I'd actually forgotten about that book.
Yeah.
The trip is about 3 hours, and
Where are we kept, by the way?
in the cargo hold,
Is there anyone with us?
there's some of the armed guards, yeah, watching you.
Laughter wants the holy symbol. Is there anything like that, you know, playing around with a rope or something on one of them? No.
I mean, you could try and
Alright,
pick a
so it's not-
pocket.
No.
Is Braxon still asleep?
That's up to you.
He'll still be asleep then. He can wake up. He can wake up when someone wakes him up.
You know, I mean, I imagine that the noise of loading up the cargo and everything like that would have woken you up.
He's a deep sleeper, what can I say?
I mean, you're the one that decided to go to sleep in the first place, so it's up to you to decide when you wake up. Anyway, so it takes about 3 hours, and you return to Port Reuben. You seem to have gotten off the normal schedule in your trip, because you're getting back, and it's considered early morning in local timekeeping point of view.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
But they put down in the public docks area and allow you to disembark. The captain does say, you understand that we're going to need to keep the items that you've brought back under temporary quarantine. until we can determine that you have not taken anything off that should not be removed from the planet. You understand that, correct?
Sure.
All right.
He means like the shell and stuff, I assume. Or...
And the cart and everything that's in the cart, including the device.
Yeah.
Well, we will be delivering these items to the council, and they will be summoning you, I believe, probably tomorrow. Give you time to recuperate.
Mm-hmm. Is there a
yeah?
Is there a shop because Lafdul wants to buy another book and make a copy of his book?
Yeah, you can go visit a shop
Yeah.
on the way back.
Well,
A messenger will be sent to you shortly with the schedule of when you will be meeting with the council.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Get a bath.
So-
Yep.
You return to your vessel, and you are
10
greeted,
crew members dead.
you're greeted by your helmsman,
Okay.
Nor, Nemariel, and Varadra. Give you a quick report on the status of the ship. They've maintained readiness and stocks. However, Nor informs you that 2 crew members were caught in a bar brawl that they apparently instigated. And
They left the ship.
yeah.
Ooh, they weren't supposed to do that.
They were there for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I'm
Nor
surprised
says
they didn't
that there was substantial restlessness after 5 days, and they started giving limited shore leave kind of thing, with explicit
don't
statements
cause
on
any trouble.
on not causing any trouble. But overall, most of them, did obey those rules. But apparently, 2 crew members got into a bar fight with
So
some
we lost 2 crew.
crew members of another vessel, and they were banished to the dark side.
Oof.
Goodbye.
So yes, you
Wow.
are 2 crew down.
So I'm gonna ask about how my wolf is doing. How's Beowulf?
So as you guys are walking up and with Nor, they met you at the on the dock. You cross the gangplank onto your vessel, and this large brown blur just kind of like streaks out of nowhere and smashes into you, Ockar, bowling you over, and your face is just suddenly covered in wet tongue.
I'm going to laugh and hug Beowulf and pet him.
He seems quite happy to see you. Nemariel says that Beowulf has been rather despondent of late, and she's happy to see this change in him.
That's good.
Sorry I couldn't take you to the hot side, buddy, but I didn't want you to bake alive in your fur.
just give him a shave.
You're not shaving the wolf.
So,
might
Lafdul says,
like it.
yes, that was quite harsh punishment for the crew, but there were some deaths in the bar fight.
Oh, alright.
So,
They
There
can
was some death in what?
in the bar fight. That's why they got banned.
Oh, right.
Oh, weird. I thought it was just a bar fight, time in jail or whatever. I didn't realize it was murder.
There's
Could've
also
been.
very harsh punishments for off-worlders committing crimes here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Braxon says hello to Beowulf.
A
He
bar fight would have been.
appears to ignore you, Braxon. He's got his companion back, and you're just someone who's there around. So,
All right.
Yeah, Braxton's aware of this. But he
Higgimus
says
is
hello
gonna
to
go-
him anyway.
Higgimus is going to go over reports and everything, go over what the crew, chat with all of them, and then once all his captain duties are done, he's going to find some place to take a bath and get a
Okay.
nice meal.
Yeah, I need to get a
Braxton,
bath too.
Braxton
Yep.
turns to Yeldan and says, "Don't you have a cat somewhere?
Somewhere.
Shouldn't you go say hello to your cat?"
He's an independent type, though. Like all cats.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, Yeldan, when you you find your cat lying on your bed well, you don't have a bed, you have a hammock, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Cat would sleep in a hammock, no problem.
Yeah,
but
so
they
he
don't
is
like
in
the rockiness of it.
Your cat is in the hammock, and it gives no indication that he's about to move when you enter enter your quarters. If you like make out that you're gonna go to sleep, you're gonna have to move him. You're definitely getting the impression that your cat's like, hey, you left. This is my sleeping spot now.
Yeah, I give him a scritch before I head out to get a bath.
Okay. Those of you who want to get a bath and a meal, like at an inn, you can do so. It will be
Luxury meal.
2 gold
Yeah.
each.
2
I
gold.
need 2 gold for a bath as well.
Yeah, baths aren't that expensive, especially when you're talking about a world that has plenty of water.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
So 2 gold for a fine meal.
As
Okay.
well, or...
That's all together. I assume that anyone who wants a bath is also getting a good meal.
Alright. Yeah, I want a spare book.
Okay.
Because I want to make a duplicate of the book I've got.
You mean a blank book?
Yeldan, after taking his bath, is making a copy of the book that he has already. He already had a second copy for that.
Is there
Yeah.
any way Braxton can go to get some clothes made?
Oh yeah, he needs some new clothes.
For clothes, prices are as standard in the player's handbook, so you can just look that up and decide how much you want to buy.
Oh,
Right.
goodness.
Okay.
Is there a way to get my stuff laundered?
That'll be 2 silver pieces.
All right.
Yeah, I would probably get mine. Actually, I've got a spell for that.
Anyone who wants their clothing laundered, 2 silver pieces. Of course,
Yeah, I'll get
I
mine
mean-
laundered.
your crew does laundry too, so it's up to you.
Yeah.
Well, I take my bath type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm doing the
Alright,
same.
now I will probably do mine as well.
So
Sweet.
Lafdul,
It'll
you're
make it
buying
look
a
like we have-
blank book, correct?
Sorry?
You're buying a blank book, correct?
Yes, I probably don't need it. Not nearly as big as I have. This is just literally for copying notes.
Do you still have the price that I gave you before for the last one you bought?
No. Well, I got a 50-page book. The book above it I did, and that was 250 gold. That was a 100-page.
All right, so the 50-page book would probably be 100 gold then.
Can I not get a smaller one? Or is this...
That's
Alright, that's 100
fairly
gold, is it?
standard, yeah.
Grumble, grumble. You seekers better pay more than 100 gold for this.
Okay.
Lafdul's totally smuggling this book off. This spare copy off.
So after you do all of that, you come back to the ship, and Varadra greets you and mentions that a messenger arrived, and you are expected to report tomorrow at basically 9 a.m.
Oh, so
Sharp.
stupid o'clock. Yeah.
And they will
Well,
be
it's not stupid o'clock for normal people, I suppose.
they will be coming to get you to take you to the meeting. Anything else that you guys want to do before resting and recuperating?
I kind of need to roll for my holy symbol.
Yep. All right.
Oh, you got to do that again, right?
I've got to if I want to cast spells. Round.
Do you want to go with Braxton when he buys some clothes?
I'll just say I'm doing this throughout the day.
Okay.
Fif-
Come back with a
Oh.
sock.
I'll go with you to buy clothes.
That's quite low. A door handle, really?
Didn't you have that already?
I had a nail last time. No, my last holy symbol was a wooden spoon. I seem to be going for carpenter stuff a lot.
Okay.
So you just unscrew a door
I'm going to
handle
say
from a
that
door.
unfortunately, given the
That's
nature
quite
of
a
the
hard one.
location, yeah, you do not get a door handle. Roll again.
Three.
If we were in a dungeon, that'd be quite easy.
Some form of paraphernalia.
That's
You
not
steal-
exactly very clear.
Yeah, well, it's just
What is paraphernalia?
basically some kind of religious piece, article, something.
Well,
Like,
there aren't any
you know,
temples. so-
like a purse. Yeah, I suppose I'd have to reroll that.
Reroll.
No, you got a sewing needle. I rolled this time. So, you made out to go and get some clothing repaired. And while talking to one of the tailors, you palmed one of the many sewing needles laying around.
Just be
Now,
careful
keep
with that
in
thing.
mind-
Don't poke your eye out.
It is sharp, and it is small. It'll be pretty easy to lose.
Here's an idea. Tie a string through the eye of the needle.
That's probably what I would have thought of if I was given a chance to.
All right.
But yeah, no, I do that and I wear it like a necklace.
Okay.
Well, that's
Anything
going to
else?
stab into me occasionally.
Anything else before people go to sleep?
Maybe put some wax on the needle to keep it from
No,
stabbing.
because that would be defraining a holy symbol. It's going to be what it represents. I
Just
assume.
put a little bit of wax on the tip just to keep it safe.
Yeah, but then it's not a sewing needle.
All right.
Oh, no. Would I know if that would be defraining it? If I tried to modify it, so to speak, other than what it naturally is.
You don't think it would be a good idea, no.
All right, then I won't do that.
You just have to live with the occasional pokes.
Yeah.
All right, so
Just wear it over your skirt. You'll be fine.
you guys
Have you ever
finish
been
up
poked
your
by a sewing needle?
you finish up what you want to do during the day
Yes.
and get some sleep. Everyone who has lost Constitution will regain 1 point.
Yay.
I'm already at max, so I'm fine.
There is no need to roll for whether you sleep well or not because it is just a nice 75 degrees outside, comfortable breezes all the time. It feels like heaven. It really,
And for
really
me, it
does.
would be around
I
65.
cannot convey well enough just how good it feels to be back in your own beds, back in cool temperatures, with decent food. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. Everyone sleeps like a baby.
Is there opportunity for me to buy another vial case? It's been like another week since.
Yeah, you can buy another one.
Yay, 8 silver. Or is it more than 8 silver? 'Cause that's what I
Yeah,
put down
here
for
it's
the
going to
price.
be 1.5 gold.
What? All right.
Freaking.
I know it's not much on my character, but that's
That's still a lot.
yeah.
It's only double. It's not even double. All right, so you guys can rememorize your spells. You don't need to specifically tell me unless there's something that you really want to cast. I assume Leva's going to be casting Deep Pockets again.
Yep. And just for the fun of it, I cast spell. This time on Ockar.
What, strength?
Strength, yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wild Surge!
Why not? Would serve him right.
Oh, I can actually have non
All right, so
non-injure hits.
Leva, you go to Ockar and say that you're going to cast the strength spell.
Yes.
Oh
Wonderful.
boy.
And all of a sudden, at the conclusion of casting your spell, Ockar, you don't feel stronger. In fact, something hits you on the head very hard. An
Oh,
anvil falls out of the sky.
Oh,
What falls out of the sky?
An anvil
You know
falls out of the sky.
Oh, before you roll damage, I have to ask, does it have acme written on the side?
It does.
Oh, but by the way, if he survives this, he's now got a forging anvil.
And you hear it coming, but it's still so fast that you cannot react. And it smashes down on you for 19 points of damage.
Wow.
It's alright, you can heal 14 of that back.
That knocks you down from 48 to 29.
At least it didn't land on leather, because she would have been flattened.
Ow.
well, just to look at it like this, that would kill a normal person.
Oh God. I'm gonna
Was he
use
wearing
that
his
hand.
armor?
The anvil does vanish after the after it hits.
Come on.
I don't think I was wearing my armor for that, so it hit
Wait.
my unarmored head.
We don't even get a free anvil out of it.
No.
Oh, that's so disappointing. At least I thought.
I'm gonna use land hands on myself as I lay there in pain.
Was
I'm
That's
sorry.
cool, like-
I'm so sorry, Ockar, but I can't help it. It's just so funny.
Oh,
that summoned from the plane of anvils?
That's like quite literally the very meaning of strength. You summon an object of strength to strike him.
okay.
It's like
So
different interpretations of strength.
do I feel better after lay on hands?
Yes. Yes, you do.
It's like lay on head.
Yeah, that was I lay on hands in real life to get rid of headaches.
That was a little bit more than a headache, though, because I mean that thing just smashed down onto you. It was painful.
It was like from a Looney Tunes cartoon.
So that's unfortunate that you don't get the strength spell. But shortly thereafter, your friend Graydon appears, and
I've made a copy of my my book, yes,
sure.
and I'm going to use obscure object on it.
Okay. What's the duration on that?
24 hours.
Okay. So he comes aboard and greets you once you assemble. It says, I'm glad to see that you made it out of there. I'll be honest, even though you made it out of the dark side, I'm still shocked that you made it back from the sun side as well. It is quite the feat. I'm sure that some of our politicians will be talking about this for quite some time.
It was very hot.
Oh, I imagine.
Yes.
I imagine. I've been on some ships that patrol the very border area, and even that is quite warm.
Yeah, imagine how it is going even further.
On foot.
I wouldn't want to think about that.
Are you all
was
ready
bad.
for the meeting?
I believe so.
Got a slight headache, but sure.
Yeah.
He looks
I'm
at
worried
you,
about
Ockar,
trust.
and says, "Yes, that is quite the nasty bruise you have there."
An anvil fell on my head.
Are we
Oh,
going in
nice.
our armor? Or are we going wearing smart clothes?
No, Braxon's going wearing his nice new, very expensive silk jacket. that he's
All right,
just-
then Lafdul's going in his fancy elven clothes that he bought on.
I'll wear my fancy clothes and like an anvil fell from the sky and landed on my head.
So yeah, Higgimus was. I was going to say Higgimus is going to be in his dress
Old?
clothes.
Yeah, just real fast. So Ockar, after having said that, Graydon just stares at you, just like like his mouth is open a little bit, like what? Then he kind of shakes himself out of it.
An anvil suddenly appeared, landed on my head, and vanished.
All right. Focus.
Yes, Leva, you had a
Yeah.
question.
Not a question, but I also cast full speech.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
so we can talk without them under.
Okay.
Did that work?
Yep.
Okay.
There's a wild surge where we think it works and it doesn't.
No, it's a wild surge where an anvil falls down on all of us.
All right. So, with that, you leave the ship in the hands of your helmspeople and head off with Graydon once again. You are, as last time, surrounded by members of the Planetary Defense Force guards, and they take you through the public section of town, the outsider section of town, and then into the off-limit areas. And you do return to the same chamber in the same building that you were in before. Greeting you as you enter is the same people that you met with last time, Professor Nerich, Counselor Yerif, and Counselor Dorinik. After the, greetings are taken care of and everyone sits down at the table, Counselor Yerif says, also, by the way, the most of the stuff that you brought back that was on the wagon is arrayed either on the table or against the wall in this chamber, but not the shell,
There's
of course.
a shell in it. Oh,
No,
yeah.
the shell does not fit.
They cannot fit in the room.
Counselor Yerif says, you appear to have picked up quite the interesting assortment of items. Please,
Indeed.
go ahead and give us a quick summary of what you saw out there.
Okay. So, what are the items that are out there right now?
Well,
Just,
the device is here, plus quite a few of the, everything that was in your wagon, and stuff like that. So, like, a lot of your possessions that you were not,
normal gear.
yeah.
Okay,
Carry
so basically, I'm gonna start off by describing the trip there. The sandstorm, how we found the rock column, the whole bunch of small little tiny glitter, the bugs. They all looked like they're made of metal or had metal like shells.
As you're mentioning those, Professor Nerich interrupts and says, we got that shell. It's quite fascinating to look at. Were these smaller bugs like this large shell that you brought back, just on a smaller scale?
Thinking
Pretty
back,
much.
is that about sound about right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
They all look silvery.
yeah, pretty much.
Yes, except this one here made itself seem like a hill or like just a giant rock type of thing. The other ones were kind of scuttling about all over the place.
Okay. He's taking notes as you talk. Please do go on.
Next, we came across a like a river or an ocean, not an ocean, a lake
A lake.
of it seemed like molted metal. And I'll kind of describe that. How we ended up getting samples, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'll point at the sample that we collected in one of the tubes. Vials.
Did the samples go solid when we brought them back?
No, I don't think so.
You haven't. None of you said that you were looking at them, so you don't actually know.
And
Well, we
I'll
have
point
them
at
now,
the
don't we?
I'll
Yeah,
point
you
at the ones, be like in that thing.
You could look at them.
Yeah, I'll look at them.
Yeah.
They do
Okay.
appear to have solidified. They're not warm
Yeah.
anymore, for one thing.
Well, there was a lake of molten metal, and we got those samples there for Met. It must have solidified once we got to this side.
Oh, I had those samples, didn't I? One time.
So I'm not quite sure what material that is or what type of metal it is, but it's there. I'll mention about the dragon that we found there.
We met two dragons.
2 dragons.
Well, I mean, this is on the way there. So
Yeah.
the first dragon we met, what we thought of it at first, how it came at us from a direction of like the light area, the sun,
The sun.
sun side. So we couldn't quite tell what it is. We accidentally fired on it, but then we worked it all out, talked it out, and it turns out to be a dragon that was friendly.
Yeah, its name is Selandaralan.
So at this point, Counselor Dorinick interrupts and says, "Dragons out there, you say?" Now,
Yeah, they live
you're not
very
just
far, and they live very far in the sun
Let the guy
side.
talk.
you're not just embellishing this for
No?
this story, are you?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
No.
Do we mention that?
This one we saw was about 40 foot long, and it was the colour of mithril. So it's not like the dragons we've seen elsewhere.
And
Mhm.
you've seen a lot of dragons. Is that the case?
We've seen a few. We
We
got
fought
robbed by one once.
We fought a dragon turtle, a green dragon, and we met another dragon who stole from us.
We don't know it was a dragon. Do we?
We
they
figured
know
out it
it
was
was
a
a
dragon after she stole from us.
Yeah. I'll have to figure.
So, this dragon did not attack you, so it was not hostile. Is that
No.
your
No.
contention?
Well,
No.
no.
We assumed it was. We attacked it after we apologized.
It was curious,
we-
kind of like a child in a way. It wanted to
yeah,
see
it
what
was. We found out it was a child. On our return journey, we met a much
Juvenile.
bigger one.
Yeah,
You're
the
wrong.
bigger one was called Lux and was about 70 foot long.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, they were definitely the color of mithril.
They live.
Lux
They live a
actually
lot-
had.
And
They
far
live a
from
lot
what I
further
understand-
in the sun side. The area where we encountered it actually considered it rather cold.
Sure.
So you believe that these creatures live much further out normally?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, at least a week or 2 weeks out
Hmm.
by foot.
They were definitely saying that it was very cold closer to the ribbon we got.
They can't tolerate the code. Probably.
Yeah. So they're
Yeah.
probably not going to ever come to the ribbon.
They
Lux,
have noticed
Lux-
other people that go out into the sun side, but not as far as we did.
Lux did have a message for you.
Oh. Did he?
Lux,
What-
Lux suggested that you didn't send any more humans out because they didn't think that we were strong enough to live out where they go. But if you're able to build a spelljamming ship that can take the heat, you might be able to meet them and make trade with them.
Well, it is good to know. It's something that we will discuss and keep in mind. Please do continue on.
Was there any other monsters on the way there that we encountered or creatures?
I've got a list of the creatures that we did, but I'm letting you finish.
All right. I
That's
can't
kind of
remember
a
if there's any
thing.
other- I can't remember.
go-
I can't remember of any others that we encountered on the way there, unless you can.
Yeah, we'll just go through person to cover up all the gaps, so to speak.
All right. So from that area, after we encountered the dragon, we continued on and got to what would be like a rock formation that jetted out into this lake of molten metal, and it was there that we found the temple on the or complex on the light side.
You think you believe it was a temple of some sort?
Or a complex of something. Similar. It was similar to the other one.
It's a magical construct.
He Counselor Dornick hands you a slate and some chalk and says, "Do you mind if you could you just like do a real quick sketch of what you think the land formation looked like there?"
It was on a. It was on jutting out from a bed of lava, wasn't it? It was on like a little.
Yeah.
It was a
island
peninsula.
thing.
We'll do our best to draw the land shape for him.
All right,
It
so
might not be
Higgimus,
safe to go
Higgimus,
near
real
it for
fast.
him.
What do you draw? Like, describe to me a little bit what you would draw for him.
The area where the land, the lake thing is, and then the
It was a peninsula.
yeah, little peninsula thing, rock or formation that jetted out into the thing, the lake.
Okay.
It was very similar to what was on my map thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna look kind of like what my maps looks like.
Okay.
And it was on one side of it, right? Yeah.
All right, so you sketch that out and hand the slate back to Dornick. He kind of looks at it for a moment and then sets it aside. Please, do go on. What did you find inside this complex?
It was arranged in a similar way that the previous one on the cold side. There was, of course, a similar puzzle for the first door as it was on the other side, except this one, where the last one seemed to have the commonality of the negative plane, this one had the commonality of the positive plane.
Okay,
and I think
so
some of my
you're going to go through and kind of list out the puzzles that you encountered.
Yes.
Making note that they're similar to what you encountered on the other side.
It's a different positive theme, rather.
And the rooms were very similar. There was the doors that asked riddles.
Yeah, I can read out the riddles if they want.
Yeah.
Okay.
The side we picked this time didn't have the extra.
You can mention Higgimus's blunder. The power of Caldor was not the right answer.
No, I don't mention that.
Yeah, we don't need to mention it.
Okay. So you go through that and describe those puzzles. You can share with him the riddles that you had and solved and stuff like that. And it is about time for our break, so we're going to take our break about 10 minutes, and when we come back, you can finish up describing what you encountered on in that complex and then the trip back.
Cool.
All right, so we will be back in about 10 minutes or so. Go ahead and get yourselves something to drink or hit the can, and we'll see you then.